Hey guys, I'm Adriana Natali and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to talk about SAG-Aftra, what it is, and how to join. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. So, let's get started. What is SAG-Aftra? Well, SAG-Aftra is a labor union which represents actors and other media professionals. Now, it used to be two separate unions, SAG, which stands for Screen Actors Guild, and AFTRA, which stands for American Federation of Television and Radio Arts. Then in 2012, they merged, which makes it way simpler for you as an actor, because instead of having to join one to do movies and one to do TV, now it's one union and you can do either under the same union. Now, if you are seriously pursuing an acting career, at some point you are going to have to join SAG-Aftra. And the reason for this is because any major production, whether it's a major movie or TV show, and most commercials all run under a SAG contract, which means the production has to hire SAG-Aftra members to be the performers in their production. Now, there are a few different ways to get into the union, and I'll go over that in a second, but first let's talk about the benefits of being in the union. Like any other labor union, the main purpose of SAG-Aftra is to negotiate the best rates possible for their workers with the production companies. So this means the best rates, as well as making sure they have proper breaks, that they're getting paid on time, that they have plenty of food, and just the necessary ingredients to having an enjoyable work experience while on set, as well as providing additional resources for all of its members. This includes free screenings to different movies and TV shows, talks with different directors and producers and actors, as well as a whole voiceover department where you can go and train and work on your voiceover skills. Just provides so many really great resources that are awesome that you can take advantage once you are a member. So how do you get into SAG-Aftra? Well, you have to become eligible first, and to become eligible, you have to become Taft-Hartley'd, which is basically a term that came about from some law that Congress passed back in 1947 called the Taft-Hartley Act. Anyway, it basically refers to being eligible. Now, there's a few different ways to become Taft-Hartley'd. One way to get Taft-Hartley'd into a project would be to be cast as a principal role. Now, this is probably the most challenging because to even get an audition, you usually need to be union already, and you probably have to have a pretty decent agent and or manager getting you the audition. However, sometimes they have roles with very specific requirements, like a very specific skill set or appearance, or you have to be on the younger side. If they're looking for a very young actor, they'll be more open to non-union actors. So it's not always the case, but it's definitely possible. Another way to get into the union would be to doing background work. Now, a lot of A-list actors have started off doing this, and I think doing background work is a great way to start when you're new because it gets your feet in the door, you get to start making new connections, as well as just experiencing what it's like to be on set. I have a few videos that I'll link below all about how to get started in background. You should check them out if you haven't already. Now, in order to get Taft-Hartley'd as a background performer, you need to get 3 vouchers on union projects. Now, this means that you're getting cast as non-union and they're giving you a voucher at the end of the day. Just because you're working one day doesn't guarantee that you're going to be getting a voucher that day for that project. I worked a bunch of non-union background work and I didn't ever get a voucher. But if you work a year or two, or maybe you luck out and you can get it sooner, a lot of people get their eligibility for SAG-Aftra by getting these 3 vouchers just by doing background work. So the last way to become Taft-Hartley'd into SAG-Aftra would be to get cast in or create your own SAG New Media project. Now, what is a SAG New Media project? Well, it's simply a project that's on the internet that has at least one SAG actor in it already. Now, you can get cast in it just like you would get cast in any non-union production, or you can be proactive and create your own opportunity by creating your own SAG New Media project. Now, the great thing is that it's totally doable because they are low-budget contracts. The only real requirement is that you need at least one actor in the cast to be SAG. Otherwise, it's a really simple way to create your own opportunity to join SAG-Aftra. So those are all my tips on how to join SAG-Aftra and what it is. If you have any questions, write them down in the comments below, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more videos like this.